Hi there and welcome as we look at these 3 keys of becoming a witness to Jesus in our world. And these 3 keys is that progressively over your faith and life, you would grow in love with Jesus, that you would discover your design in Jesus, and that you would just introduce others to Jesus. Now, in the second of these 3 teachings on this final value of ours, that we would introduce others to Jesus, I want us to see the fact that we are living an intentional life as witnesses. Colossians 4 verse 5 says, act wisely toward outsiders, making the most of the time. Let your speech always be gracious, seasoned with salt, so that you may know how to answer each person. I think it's so strange that somewhere along the way, Christians have gotten this idea that what people need from us is that we need to be perfect. People are looking for perfection. But the issue with that is it's setting people up with 2 massive issues. Number 1, it makes them think that if they were to become Christians, God will magically solve all their problems overnight and they will never struggle again, which is obviously not the truth. Secondly, it sets them up to think that what really attracts someone to the Christian faith is someone whose life is perfectly together. Neither of these 2 things are the truth, because the reality is that people are actually drawn to the reality of someone who's not perfect, but someone who is genuinely practicing their faith amidst all the warts and the brokenness of their life. And the Bible never promises on that first point that becoming a Christian will just magically make your life go smoothly. In fact, often it can be the opposite. It's the love of God amidst a broken world. And therefore, as Christians, we are not salespeople trying to pitch this product to someone. We are simply wanting to introduce mutual friends. You see, when I have 2 friends that I care deeply about, I naturally want them to meet. Or when I'm deeply passionate about a restaurant or a diet or a movie or a book or a series, I want other people to engage in. And evangelism is the same. Our job is not to force people to believe in God. Our job is to introduce 2 close friends to each other. Even the terminology that we use, I think, is better in this regard. We want to lead people to Christ. We want to introduce them to who He is. So in order to meet people where they are, we actually have to spend the time to get to know them. We need to live closely enough with them to really know who they are. We need to genuinely care about people. We need to build genuine friendships. And when things move unexpectedly in people's lives, earthquakes of life where everything shifts, who are the kinds of people that they will reach out to for genuine help and consolation? When those earthquakes happen, are we the people that those people are deeply connected to? Someone once said, the kingdom of God is advanced by the spiritual transformation of just ordinary people living among the lost. If my life is genuinely just being transformed constantly from where God found me to where He's taking me, those in my life will notice. They will notice how I talk to my kids during a phone call. My colleagues will notice how I speak to my wife at a function in front of all of them. They will notice how I deal with the difficult issues of life and how I celebrate the good moments. Introducing others to Jesus begins by admitting that you are not perfect, but that you have been found by the perfect one. We are not selling something to people. We want to introduce mutual friends. That's how we become a witness.